NFL greater than NIL.
Yeah,
exactly. Play the long game. Play the long game.
So ignore. So, Chu, are you suggesting that kids ignore NIL and just say, "I'm just going to go to the NFL and forego my NIL opportunities"?
You can go to any school if you're a good athlete and you can get NIL money. You can get. You're not going to get the millions of dollars. You're going to get enough that you can get a car deal. You can get some money. And you can still play at that school, showcase yourself, and play at the next level. Where
hold on, no, that's not true. There are some schools that absolutely do. No, it's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's absolutely not true. There are schools that just do not have the funding for it.
I'm talking in the Big Ten. I'm talking about you can. I'm not talking about this. You can market yourself as an athlete in today's world and get deals with other people out there. You can do that. You don't need to be, chasing the bag and stuff like that.
So what you're saying is, if that particular athlete, so this is a guy who is probably a high-level athlete, a 5-star or something like that, he can go Indiana or Illinois and have the same effect as he would at a Texas or a Miami. Because he's a great athlete, then you're saying he should just, they have, when I'm referring to a Texas and a Miami, I'm talking, it's known how robust their platform, their NIL systems are, right? So I'm not trying to tell you anything that no one knows, but you're saying, what you're suggesting is that player can have the same, I guess, raise the same money anywhere in the country.
I did not say he can raise the same money. That's why I said NFL will get you more money than NIL will get you. If he goes to a school that fits his scheme, if a great running back or a great lineman go to a school that doesn't have as much NIL, but he has a great coach that can develop him and get him to the next level, and he's going to get a car deal, do different things, and he can go to the league, or is he going to go and chase this bag right now? That's the problem we have.
I think that's a flawed way of looking at it, because listen, there's a lot of kids that can have that same ideology that you're saying. They can go to a lesser school with great talent to a coach they like that may develop him. He gets hurt, Chu. He gets hurt in college. And he could have had literally life-changing money. It may not be second contract NFL money, but you're telling me that he'd rather go get a car in Muncie, Indiana at Ball State than go to a place where Arch Manning is running around. He's got 3 car deals down there. You know that?
Why do I need 3 car deals?
I'm not saying that that's the deal. I'm saying that the guy hasn't played a down in the college football and is making $3.8 million.
I'm saying go to somewhere that can develop you for what you want to do. That's the same reason you go to, if you're not playing sports and you go to college, you pick a college for what you want to do after you're done. So if you want to go to nursing, you go to a school that has the best nursing school because they prepare you for the next level. If you want to go to play in the NFL, you go to find a coach that's going to develop you for that level.
What my point is that you will do that, and you're going to see players. This is a natural thing. Like, so the ships rise with the tide. Everybody, they're going to eliminate. They're going to eliminate certain schools based on funding, and they'll say which one of the schools up here has more of what I like.
I understand.
That's just like, if it's you, Chu. Like, I don't believe you would be thinking this way. Knowing you the way that
I would be thinking this way.
Would not
today. I'm playing the long game.
It is the long game. It's still the long game.
I'm thinking about going into the league, get a pension, and have that stuff. Have the shield behind you for years.
Are you suggesting that a player that goes for like a NIL, a school that has NIL and development and good football is now?
I'm saying if it's between developing for the next level and NIL, I'm choosing developing for the next level. That's what I'm saying.
Well, how you wait a minute?
If I'm an offensive lineman and if this coach is proven to get guys in the league, but their school does not have a lot of NIL money, they can give you a little bit. You're going to still be good. Or
I don't see that, but that doesn't exist, though, Chu.
What do you mean it doesn't exist?
What you're saying doesn't exist. There isn't an offensive line that coach. I'm telling you right now,
road,
there's
Michigan,
not an offensive line coach
NIL,
out there,
but he has the best offensive line the last 2 years. At Michigan, they don't have the best NIL package for their guys.
Yeah, they do. They have a great NIL package for their guys.
No, they don't. No, they do not. They have NIL, but not better than Texas, not better than Alabama. If I'm a lineman and I'm getting
so we're going to get into details here. This is something that, like, I know Spartan Nation, everyone, people in the chat, people at home are probably thinking these same things. So I'm going to take you to task with this. You're talking offensive line. I was just talking in general. Specifically,
I'm talking
Texas.
about position.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. You're talking about Sherrone Moore in Michigan, right? The offensive line coach versus the Texas coach. You're talking about Flood, okay, who has won 2 Joe Moore Awards while at Alabama, and he was a head coach at Rutgers. So, and so you're telling me that it's better for you to go to Michigan because he's just recently won the 2 versus going to Texas, where there's a guy who has won them and pumped
you are picking schools. I'm picking.
No, you said the schools Moore, to me.
I said Moore and a guy at another school that has a robust NIL program. I'm going to go where I can get developed for the next level because I'm playing the long game. It's okay.
All I'm saying is that one of the same. They're the same thing.
It is not the same. You're not. It is not the same. It's the lottery ticket thing right now. People want that instant gratification right away.
There are those players too, and we know that. There's a lot of players out here making bad decisions just for money. But when you're getting into, you can't blanket. It's not a blanket statement. It's not. You can't say that, like, just because you go where there's money, it means you're not going to get developed. Just because you're getting developed doesn't mean you're not going to get money.
I'm saying I'm against, and there's a lot of them. You should choose what's going to prepare you for your craft over instant money right now. That's
so what we're employing, what we're asking, what we're talking about with the fan base right now is to say, look, we need to get NIL because we can do both here. Both. Don't allow talent players that love the campus and would love to be a Spartan, let them off the hook because they would say, look, I love you guys, but this coach right here, he hasn't put 10 first rounders in the league in the last 5 years. He's put 6. But he's paying me and you're not. It's splitting hairs, but like at the end of the day, he's got family. He's got built. People really do, players, athletes, I know this from my sons around their teammates around the country, man. They feel slighted. And I know that we don't understand that. The recruits feel slighted when you don't offer them the money. They don't see that, the donors are fighting and they don't understand. They just say, you must not want me.
Because
these are 16, 17-year-old kids.
It's gone from, you can develop me for that to give me the bag. It's gone to chasing the bag.
That's a smaller percentage. I don't think it's always that. No. I disagree that all kids are chasing bags. That's not the case. But kids will make good decisions for their families. Am I going to sit here and say, like Keon, everybody's saying that he's chasing bags? That's an absolute lie. That's an absolute lie. I can say that with 1,000,000% confidence that people out there think that Keon got a lot more money. He got less money than Michigan State had. And I'll put that on the record. Okay? So the idea that people are out here, I don't care what position you play, are just chasing bags all the time is just not true. And it's unfair for those kids to be labeled as such.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying all kids are chasing bag, but I'm saying majority of those kids are chasing bag as they're not thinking about the long game. They're not thinking about getting themselves right for this. It's thinking about, I'm going to go to this place because they're going to give me the most money, as opposed to I'm going to go to this place because look at all those kids that transfer from Texas A&M. They chase the bag down there and they transfer from there.
Listen. That's because Texas A&M was giving them upfront money, which is a mistake on their part. But let's go before pre-NIL. Pre-NIL, kids were going to Jordan school. Remember that? They would go to Jordan schools because they thought they would get unlimited Jordans. And I've been to camps where coaches, guys down the road, were holding up Jordans and making guys race 40-yard sprints to see whoever wins it gets a pair of like. Listen, man, kids want things. Like humans are just built that way, right? But if you have good counsel, if you have people that you can trust that can guide you at all, then you're going to see less and less of that as this continues to develop and evolve.
I get it. I think NIL is great. NIL empowers the student athletes. It does. Yeah. I'm all for it. But I think sometimes enough is plenty. All right, that's what I think. Sometimes enough is plenty.
I think the only fix though is for you to go like, because they're getting paid now. That's not happening again. Like you don't get paid and then not get paid. So I think what you have to do is look at the NBA, the NFL, get player unions, put parameters and how it all works, because you do have to, like, every sport is better because of the parity. So now it's up to college football to figure out how do we get parity. I mean, obviously for me, I think the obvious answer is you get rid of the NCAA, but and then you create your rules and you actually enforce them, which would be new to college sports, because that's the problem. I mean, like every coach in college is basically like a cannibal. Like they're like, if I don't do it, someone else is going to do it, so they all do it. But that's just because the NCAA never backs anything for a punishment. Like the NFL would like to be like that, but they're not going to be like that because they understand there's rules in place and parameters and salary caps, tampering, all that stuff. So I think the only way you get there is if you put rules in place, and then as far as like you guys were saying too, like NIL is just another factor, whether it's facilities, development, campus life, education, like it just becomes another factor. But as humans, like money's what drives a lot of us. Like we're not gonna go take like for this show. Like if you're getting paid to do this show for an hour, are you gonna go do it for $10, or are you gonna do it for $10,000? So we're just driven.
We'll take that. Listen, now that's that. He talking now, ain't he? True.
He throws a big numbers now.
Hey, we keep arguing like this. Maybe we'll get up there. Like
right.
Stephen A. and hold up. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
What are you talking about? Hey, listen, look, this is good stuff.
Skip.